It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste, and I'm here for the Astro and the Oracle program, where what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to pull cards from the Venus Witch Oracle deck by Lily Nguyen. This is the deck. It's really wonderful art and just a great deck from the Rockpool Publishing Company. Absolutely. Yes. So that's what we're doing today. Hey, Martina from France. Hi. So good to see you. And ethereal music. Oh, I like that handle. Hey, Burger, Ridiculisa, Joey, everyone. Amazing day. Welcome, welcome. And Shannon Marie. Yes. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well. The energy is very intense right now. So what we really need to be doing is whatever you can do to help ground yourself. Today, the sun is in Virgo, and notice what the themes being spotlighted are. Virgo topics, which rules things like health, systems, and there's so much about critique and what people are saying being pulled apart. And the moon is in fiery Leo. So I noticed the switch last night when the moon moved from Cancer to Leo. I'd been feeling a little emotional, and then I felt more optimistic. So take some time to think about, are you feeling a little bit more optimistic today? But be mindful that, there's that energy of feeling, a little critical, getting obsessive in thinking, perfectionistic. Anxiety is heightened. So just be aware of all of these things. And what we're going to talk about today is the fact that we have a solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo on Sunday. Right? Yeah, it's on Sunday. So this is very interesting in that we had a new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo, which I called the Alpha. And then we had the lunar eclipse at 15 degrees of Pisces, so right in the middle. And now we have a solar eclipse, new moons in the same sign, but at 29 degrees, the last degree of the sign, a degree of crisis and decay. And I'm calling this the Omega. So I don't know how the Alpha and the Omega is going to show up. Well, we know how the Alpha showed up. That podcaster was assassinated, which is a horrible thing. But we'll see how the Omega is going to show up in the collective. Yes. So, but the things to be really mindful of is that today, Mercury's in Virgo is opposite Saturn in Pisces. So it's a good day to recognize any kind of negative thinking. Saturn can be pessimism. And what can you do to recognize it? Journal would be a great thing to do. And then can you think about how you can let go of it? Some people are coming to, like, if you've been working on something really hard, there's like the potential for today to be the end of a hard time for some people, or the end of pressure, Saturn, boundaries, limitations, that sort of thing. There may be some announcements about things that people can no longer do. That can be something that shows up in the energy. I think what's going to happen, let me just say what I think is going to happen. It may not be right now, it may not be till February, but this eclipse season, every eclipse is part of a family. There are two eclipse families. One is called the Saros series, and they happen every 18 years or so, and they start at the north of the South Pole, and then it's a 1,300-year cycle where the eclipse moves about 10 degrees further in the zodiac. So they're at different zodiac degrees, but they're part of the same family. And Bernadette Brady, in her wonderful book, Predictive Astrology, delineated the first one for the first eclipse in these families. and they have the same nature. And this family is called 9 New South, is how she's designated it. Her designations are different than NASA, but the themes of this eclipse, the things that we're seeing amplified, and people who are impacted by it really are feeling, are themes about worry about loved ones, health, communication, and paperwork. And there's so much about communication and paperwork. So one of the biggest stories of eclipse season was, and a lot of people aren't even aware of it or aren't paying attention to it, but it's a really big story about these people that South Korea sent over here to work in the Hyundai plant, who some MAGA lady called ICE on, and then hundreds of them were arrested and put in a detention center. And one of them somehow had a piece of paper and a pen. And what he did, he was an engineer, and he drew out in intricate detail how this facility is laid out. He documented all these human rights abuses and other things. It's like, it's incredible. It's so Virgo. But this is a piece of paper. They had their visas, and the South Korean had their visas, and so this is about that paperwork. They have their visa, they're snatched and thrown in this thing, and then they go home. Now, what's happening today and tomorrow is the Olympic Committee, the ICC, and I've been watching, what is the event that is going to be that I feel, I've been thinking this since the solar eclipse, that the United States is going to lose the Olympics in 2028, that it's going to be moved. So we'll see. I could be wrong. But I think tomorrow, when Mercury goes into Libra, soon after that, opposite Neptune in Aries, Neptune, you can associate that with like a peaceful thing, and Aries, a competition. I'm wondering if we're going to be getting a notification that we've lost this related to that event was the last straw. There's also, blowing up these boats, these Venezuelan boats in the Caribbean with no due process. So we shall see what the event is, but I think that's going to be one of the events that's related to this solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo, because Virgo rules workers. Leo is the shining one. Leo is the star, the royalty, the golden child, and that's where the moon is, and the sun is in Virgo, and coming to this degree of crisis and decay, and how these rank and file people who are here training Americans so that we can make batteries or whatever. Now, what has happened from that is, and that was a Uranus retrograde story, and retrogrades delay. They cause reversals. These people all reversed and went home, and now this plant is delayed for opening, and like 8,000 people are out of work. So hopefully it'll get back online, but we'll see what happens. But that's one of the biggest stories of eclipse season. This assassination is a big story of eclipse season. What else is going on in terms of paperwork? The birthday book from Jeffrey Epstein is a big story. I was all worried, am I going to be able to get my passport? I got my passport back. So, right, that was my lunar eclipse story. I have Pisces in my 9th house, so I got my passport back. Uranus and Gemini retrograde, it came back to me. I was worried that I wouldn't. So that's one of my things. So think about in your life, how many people have talked to you about health problems, or having a friend or a loved one with health problems, or are worried about people for their safety or what have you. Communication is that. So after the podcaster was assassinated, some people put up this website that were reporting. You could report in on a list type, like about the people who said something negative that they didn't like on social media, including people who quoted this guy verbatim. I never really paid attention to him, so everything I know that he said was things I find offensive. But yeah, I don't feel like I can really talk about, because I've never listened to a whole episode of his podcast about him, and it's horrible, any kind of violence. But dozens of people lost their jobs because of what they said on social media. So that's the communication the communication piece. But this website got taken down, and now people, I think, are going to be suing whoever put that up, because doxxing is a crime where you are bullying people about whatever. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, it's tense. It's tense. And we need to... Oh, and yes, the president is in the United Kingdom. And the people of England are making sure people are aware about how they feel about him. They're not a fan. Some people commissioned from donations this big picture of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Let's not forget about the Epstein files, and it's not going away. Virgo is also associated with the maiden, of the young woman. Yeah, and I think there's going to be more news about that coming shortly. Yes, and then they were projecting him and his friend's image on Windsor Castle. Now, some people got arrested for doing that. How can you get arrested for that? I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I haven't heard anything else about that. I think it's very interesting. Melania, who'd been absent until he disappeared for 5 days, is back on the scene as his handler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Holly has family members with health struggles. Yes, so many people. Mm-hmm. Oh, you've been having abdominal pain. Ooh, well, Virgo rules the intestines. Really, 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 really take good care of yourself. And if you have any concerns, especially, now through the eclipse on Sunday, if you think I need to go to the emergency room, go to the emergency room. Tomorrow, so Virgo rules the intestines and Libra rules the kidneys. So notice if you see any kind of switch in how you're feeling when tomorrow Mercury moves into Libra. Mercury rules tubes of all kinds. I mean, I don't know. Think about, what if it's kidney stones or something like that? Yeah, if you notice a switch when Mercury moves into Libra in terms of the pain, does it intensify? When the sun moves into Libra next week, is there any kind of switch? So yeah, pay really close attention to that. When you have something coming up in eclipse season and doctors like, I don't know, think about getting a second opinion. Yeah. And there are medical astrologers too who can help you understand what could possibly be the problem. Yes. Oh, your cousin started a cancer journey. Absolutely. Yeah, the double standard BS. Yes. So these are the big stories that we're seeing going on. I'm very concerned about, I found out about groypers, these people who are very nihilistic and it's a whole thing that is coming to the surface. My podcast next week is called Clockwork Orange, which I think is about maybe a double entendre. But anyway, I'll let you know what that is after the story breaks related to this. But I think it's about some kind of karma. Saturn rules karma, and this weekend the sun is going to be opposed Saturn in Pisces. Sun in Virgo opposed Saturn in Pisces. Some leaders are going to be facing restrictions, boundaries, limits, or trying to do so to other people in a combination of their... This is tough energy. It's just, there's nothing like there's nothing really easy about this, but it can help us recognize what things we are no longer willing to put up with, and propel us into change. Yes. So that we can have a more balanced life. Virgo moves into Libra. Yeah. So hopefully that's helpful. But I'm concerned, like a lot of people, about next week that Mars and Scorpio square Pluto and Aquarius. I hope this is more about like secrets being revealed, but this is intense energy of clash. So just be aware that getting into conflicts with people, they can be, I mean, there's Mars square Pluto is some of the toughest energy, where there can be, people are getting, you know, really vengeful and attacking, and potentially with large groups of people. I haven't had time to read up on it, but there's some concern about, there was a guy who was found hanging in a tree that he might have been lynched. So I'm very concerned about that. So I'm going to read up on that. Yeah, in the South. And then supposedly his arms and legs were broken. And how do you hang yourself with your arms and legs broken? So I'll read up more on that. But if we start seeing more of that stuff going on, this is really big cause for alarm. But we shall see. Let me get to these cards. So, okay, the Venice Witch Oracle is the deck. It's by Lily Nguyen. You're going to listen for your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign for a 3-card reading for insights about what you should be thinking about this solar eclipse, and think about what house you have Virgo in your chart. And are you feeling that Saturnian pressure from coming from outside yourself in some way? Joey, the snaggletooth dog. Oh, I love that handle. Oh, I love a snaggletooth dog. Okay, let's see. Aries. Interesting. So Aries got duality. So think about Aries, how this and that can both be true. Your chart, if you're an Aries rising, Mars rules the sign of Aries. And at the solar eclipse, Mars is going to be at 29 Libra. And so, like the 29 Virgo and the 29 Libra, there's these themes of crisis and decay, like where you feel like you may have to take an action right away, say something right away, get into a conflict, Mars, with someone you should be more harmonious with, Libra. And can you stop and think before reacting about the other side of the story? Like, how can you see something from their point of view? And Aries keywords are I am. So sometimes that can be really difficult, and maybe some journaling or processing can really help you. But that, I think, is great advice for Aries to think about. Ooh, how do people come up with this kind of thinking or storyline? And yeah, do some thought processes with that. This makes me very concerned about race relations, because, you know, it was a white man who killed this guy, but there are certain people on the far right who they're like dying for a race war. But I think the war that's going to be happening most is the infighting between the different MAGA factions, because people aren't buying for 1 second this supposed text messages that the alleged killer sent to who's supposed to be his roommate, who may be his boyfriend too. So yeah, or lover, whatever. I don't know. Something about the story. People are not falling for this, the government story about what happened. So we'll see. I know some big MAGA people like Steve Bannon and well, Candace Owen, I don't know if she's big MAGA anymore, and this Nick Fuentes are all disbelieving of what the government is saying. So we'll see what happens with that. Ooh, Taurus. Intuition. So Taurus, you're really going to, this is a smooth, easy flowing energy between, so Virgo and Aries are quincunx. There's like a blind spot energy. And I think we all really need to be aware of our surroundings, but especially if you're like an Aries in an interracial relationship, be aware of your surroundings for the next few weeks, especially more than you would be. Taurus, because there may be some, people emotional who may be wanting to cause problems or say something nasty, and de-escalating may be the better choice than escalating, because that Mars square Pluto is really intense. Okay. Intuition, Taurus. This is always a good time to trust your intuition. And really, if you have a gut feeling that, maybe I should go right instead of left, or, something's telling me maybe I should not go to that party. Listen to your inner voice. It's there to help you. Intuition. The universe has sent you all too obvious signs. It's time to trust in and listen to yourself. So that is really important. It's really important for all of us. There's heightened, people are crashing out, glitching, acting crazy, losing it, for all kinds of reasons, in public, at home, what have you. And yeah, trusting your intuition. If you feel like if someone's starting to, and you feel like you need to get away from them, just get away from them. But your intuition can also lead you into, your intuition can also lead you into, if you've got Taurus, if you're a Taurus rising, you've got Virgo in the 5th house. And your intuition, which is romance and dating, you're single, and you're like, oh, I need to go into this shop, or I feel like I need to stop for a cocktail at this, whatever, sports bar or whatever. Listen to your intuition, and maybe, you'll meet someone special. Hopefully after Mars square Pluto is separating. Okay. Ooh, Gemini, magic. Look at the 3. This to me gives Gemini, it gives feelings of Gemini and Virgo are in a square. So there's some inner tension that you may be feeling with this energy. And you may feel like you have to talk things out with friends. So that can be a good thing to do. Let me see what this says. You have unique magic inside you. The magic belongs to you, and only you know how to awaken and use it. It's in your heart, in your intuition, and your thoughts. It is in your actions and in all the little rituals you carry out every day without noticing. Your words are spells, and your thoughts manifest into reality. So keep that in mind, Gemini, because you got a lot of words going on in your head. And with this solar eclipse, you may be you may be seeing more about how your internal voice is being very critical, or expecting things to go a way maybe that is disappointing. Can you, when you recognize these things, stop, reframe, and talk to yourself in a way, or write something down in a way that is a positive, something positive coming from the efforts that you're expending and that you're putting into something. Yeah, and if you're a Gemini, Mercury is changing signs tomorrow. So, really notice what comes to your conscious attention as Mercury moves from Virgo to Libra. and notice if you feel more calm and balanced. And I say this because Mercury rules Gemini. Yes. This is a rare gift to be cherished and used wisely and kindly. This card invites you to use your inner magic to move things forward. Yes, I really like that for you, Gemini. Let's see. Yes, Holly. A lot of people are thinking that it was something, yeah, to justify political violence. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. A lot of people are very concerned about that. Something's not at it. The story is fishy as can be. And all kinds of people are recognizing it. But this is part of the awakening I think people are having. That we're being lied to. I mean, the lies are so ridiculous. You have to read the supposed text messages between these two. I mean, it is really, really silly to think somebody's going to believe these. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people have been getting false flag. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of this. But I think the law of unintended consequences is coming into view. Stirring up all this hate and division. And then, like, the people who they want to be pushing the hate out onto other groups, maybe starting to turn it in on each other. We'll see what happens. It's horrible. I don't like it. I have Jupiter in Libra. I like people to find win-win solutions rather than being divisive. But we'll see. Okay, so Cancer, your guides. Yes, Cancer. This is a great, I think Cancers have to really be aware of how they're feeling, how they're thinking, moving away from worry, because Virgo's in the third house of the mind. Especially if you are somebody with Pluto and Virgo, really be noticing where if you're Cancer rising or Sun, really be mindful of your thoughts and the level of anxiety or the fear that you're allowing yourself to focus on. Yeah. And getting in touch with your inner self, pulling a card. What do I need to know today? Are these fears realistic about my personal safety or blah, blah, blah? Yeah. That can help you turn your thoughts away from letting them spiral, or because Pluto, if you have Pluto in Virgo, Pluto's the terror, and it's subconsciously some stuff can be coming up within you that really is sparking some deep fears. So this is talk to your guides, celebrate them, ask for guidance, for they have paved the way before you. Go on a walk. Ask your guides, God, the universe, whatever. Send me signs and signals. What does your eye capture? Does your eye capture? I remember once I was going through a hard time, and I'd walk past this thing 1,000 times and never noticed there was this graffiti that said perseverance. And it was like, I felt like it was a message directly to me that gave me the knowing that I was being watched over and that I got this, that I was going to be able to get through this hard time. And I got through that hard time, yes. Or like you see a butterfly and it's the symbology of, you going through the canal and then being reborn, or that it's first it goes through that chrysalis, and a butterfly coming out of that chrysalis is a very difficult thing. But that going from a caterpillar to the butterfly is a beautiful transformation. Yeah. Or you see a dog just enjoying themselves, not a care in the world. staying present, getting excited about the same thing that they do every single day with the same enthusiasm. My little Debo gets a treat from the barber shop, and every time you think it would be the first time he was in there. Okay. Ooh, Leo, nature. Yes, Leo, we're having a balsamic moon in the sign of Leo. And this is a great call with the sun in Virgo for you to just get out and walk in nature. Look at some flowers and whatnot. Let some things fall away from your mind. Just be. Just be. Allow yourself calm. The balsamic moon is the last 3.5 days before the new moon, which is going to be a solar eclipse. There's this emptying out themes. And what do you need to empty out, Leo? Ooh, Virgo, superstar. Alrighty now. This is the second new moon in your sign. And so to me, this feels like, yeah, you started at the alpha, and now that we're at the omega. What has come to your conscious attention that you're ready to let go of, to shed, so that you can really, really shine, Virgo? I love this for you. So after we get there, you may be feeling like, but after we get over the solar eclipse, what things do you want to bring to life? Now, with the South Node there, you're going to have to let things go in order to, in order to make your next steps. There is a star in the sky shining for each and every one of us. Among all stars, there is one superstar shining more brightly than the rest, and it is yours. This card indicates that you were born under a lucky star and is guiding you, protecting you. It is responding to the situation with a loud yes. So what situation do you think, what comes to mind? The first thing that comes to your mind is probably the situation. Whatever your question, your star tells you that this is the way to go. You are invited to move ahead with all your personal flamboyance, for you are a superstar. So you just had a birthday, or about to have a birthday if you're a Virgo sun. So this is like a personal reset. And you can think about, in what area of your life do you want to shine brighter? I love that. And this could be for Virgos, hard times coming to an end, and then, something really nice happening. Libra, friends. Yes, this is a great time for Libra to get together with friends. Make sure and that watch out for conflict, or maybe this is because Mars is in Libra. Taking the action to get together, to push, to have connection, because this is a time where people really, really need connection. Friends are your chosen family. Yeah. You might want to have a friends Thanksgiving rather than a family Thanksgiving this year. Thanksgiving is the day that Saturn stations direct, so there can be really intense energy of uncomfortable, hard stuff on that day. Yeah, just kind of not fun. Thoughts of separation. Yeah. For Scorpio, your card is home. Scorpio, your card is home. This is so interesting that Libra got friends and Scorpio got home. So Scorpio, your chart ruler, Mars, is coming into Scorpio next week, I believe on Tuesday. So, or Monday, it's actually Monday. So see if you notice a shift. If you've been feeling like kind of like dithering, not knowing which way to go, because Mars does not like to be in Libra. So it's moving from its detriment to its home sign, where it's indecisive to like ready to take action. The conversation is over. You have made your decision, and then boom, Mars goes into Scorpio. Are you going to battle? Or are you just strategically getting something done? Are you feeling more at home in yourself, in your body, when Mars moves into Scorpio? Feeling more like your energy is feeling more comfortable. But the first thing Mars does, Mars makes all these, forms a yod, and so there can be this focused action, but that square to Pluto is kind of intense on the 24th. It's extremely intense. So really focus on feeling, at home within yourself, so that you can take actions that are very focused and in line with what you want to do. And home is where the heart is. No matter where you are in the world, your home is inside yourself and within the people you love and who make you feel like home. You may even literally be going to move house and lay the foundation. So it'll be a place you love and finally feel at home where you're meant to be. Oh, hi, Zara. So nice to see my birthday twin. Yes, we're born on the same day. Yes, it does feel like the American Dark Ages. Absolutely. Interesting. Sagittarius got family. So we've got friends, home, and family for, yeah, so Sagittarius got family. The solar eclipse in Virgo is squaring your Sagittarius planets. If you have anything at late Sagittarius degrees, and there can be, this feeling of Virgo, what do I need to serve, versus Sagittarius, wanting my own freedom. It's a good time to maybe connect with family members. Whether by blood or choice, family is the heart of life. Whatever path you choose to follow in life, it always begins at the same place. It is time to reconnect with your family. It is time to go back to the source of your life in order to move effectively in the future. Interesting. So if there's someone you haven't talked to in a while, maybe you want to give them a call. Oh, Dee, you're a Virgo moon. Oh, I love that. Well, hopefully emotionally, you can think about what makes you feel like a superstar. Hey, everyone. Martha Bowles. Kay Pasa. Kay Linda. I love that. Hey, Southern Lady. And Ale La Morena. Yes. What did you say? Hola. Yes. Okay, Capricorn, the door. Interesting. Capricorn, the door. So Capricorns, you may be really noticing things coming to your conscious attention. Saturn rules your sun, moon, or rising, and it's in Pisces, and the first Mercury, and then the sun will be some things coming out from outside of yourself. I think, what doors do you need to open is something that's coming to me. Or what perceived limitations. Saturn in Pisces is like an imaginary Pisces Saturn door structure. You are now faced with a number of doors. Each represents a choice, an action, and consequence. It's an opportunity or a lesson. Every day we're faced with thousands of doors, and each decision we make has an impact on the action that will follow. Each open door presents a new combination, and so on, like the butterfly effect. The door invites you to weigh the pros and cons of your situation and think before you act. Take time to measure your actions, for there will be no turning back. The door asks you to make the right choice, those that come from the heart, not the ego. So I want you to pay attention as you're moving through the next couple of days. And if a door catches your eye for some reason, really think about what is it that is catching your eye. Is it the color? And what color is it? And what does that color mean symbolically? If it's a red door, that may mean stop. If it's a green door, go. If it's, there's an intricate drawing on a door that you see. What is the drawing of? What is the symbology of that? You can always just Google. Yeah. So think about that. Think about if you come up to doors that catch your eye, take some time to see what there's maybe symbolically that could be a message to you that your subconscious, your guides, whatever, are trying to tell you. And it may help you answer a solution to a problem. Ooh, Aquarius art. Aquarius art. Very interesting. I'm thinking, what's going on with Aquarius? Well, Mars is coming to square all your Aquarius placements when Mars goes into Scorpio. So that may give you this internal push to get something going, get something done, conquer some kind of obstacle. And art holds an important place in your heart. So yeah, you may notice some kind of art that is really gives you. What does this vase mean to you? Aquarius is the water bearer. So what water are you? It's the water of knowledge. What are you feeling around what's going on in the collective? Because your sign is what rules large groups of people, societies, communities. And with Mars coming into square your Aquarius placements, you may notice some inner tension coming up, anger, things where you want to take action strategically to have the world be what you want it to be. And if you're an artist, you may use your art. You may be creating some art piece that's different than what you've done before, or that really is like what's inside you coming out, channeling something about the collective. Going to a museum or something. Ooh, Pisces, mirror. Interesting. Pisces, the mirror. So Virgo is opposite you. So it is, and we tend to often project what's from within ourselves to the opposition. So this is a good time to think about, and Venus is going to move into Virgo. Mirror, you refuse to see what is really going on. You shun all responsibility that may stem from your actions and blame others. Think about if that's something you are feeling internally or something someone's projecting on you. But this is really interesting. This says you're completely detached and persuaded by your ego that you are right, which may be true in a sense, but the universe sees you and is holding a mirror for you in the form of a person or a situation to show you who you really are. So Saturn has just moved back into Pisces a few weeks ago. Notice if you felt limited by someone else, or someone's being like cruel, or putting some burdens on you or hardship, and or you're thinking some way about them. And just consider this mirror card. Yeah, this is the only card that was a hard card. Interesting for Pisces that just had this lunar eclipse, which is a full, all is illuminated. So think about what is being illuminated, and the Virgo sun is all opposite you. So what have you learned over this last month? And think about projection in the mirror and acting from ego, and if anything comes up. Okay, I hope this, you've been sleeping more. So many people are so tired. So tired. I think it's it's just a lot, all of this chaos. Pisces, one of the shadows of Pisces, and we just had a lunar eclipse in Pisces, is chaos. So it feels like the world is very chaotic. Yeah, so many people are sleeping more and tired. Yeah, the South Node is conjunct the Sun, absolutely. So that's a drain on energy. Yeah. Oh, good. Que pasa, Linda? You have a Gemini moon. Oh, good. Your card was magic. Yes. Ah. Yes, there's a lot of playing in our faces. Absolutely. Because I'm thinking people are, thinking people are going to fall for this. Yeah. Oh, you have a Jupiter in Libra too. Oh, good. Oh, Pluto in Libra. Uh-huh. Ah, Virgo moon and, the eclipse is conjuncture descendant and near your Venus. Ah, so really interesting to see if you have a partner or a spouse, what's going on in their life. Are they hitting some new start where that they find out something, or they tell you that some change over the next week. Yeah. Oh, Mars is going to trigger your stellium. Hey, Vanessa. So good to see you. Yes. Oh, you're a Sag, Sun and Rising, Holly. Oh, interesting. I wonder, what, connecting with family. Oh, yeah, definitely connect with your Virgo stellium family members and Sag especially. Yeah, that you want. Okay, let me see. Oh, Que Pasa is involved with a huge Aquarius Sun, involved with a huge astrology-based art project, which started with inner anger about the state of the world. On point. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. Hey, Senaflu, you have your moon in Pisces and Virgo Sun. Ooh, so you were born at a full moon. So this is a really big superstar mirror. I want you to look in the mirror and see your own superstar self. Yeah. Love that. Okay, I better go because I have a client. So take good care of yourselves. This is intense energy. Allow yourselves extra time to rest. Hey, Vernon. Okay, Vernon's a Capricorn Sun with a Virgo moon and a rising. Ooh, so think about the door concept. Yes, and open the door and look at the mirror. Think about the concept of anything you're projecting. Like if you're irritated with someone, think about that energy of the Pisces card of the mirror. Yes. Okay, take care. Have a beautiful day.